I'll go to my data buyer database. So these could be people that were looking for business leads. This can be people looking for data enrichment, whatever the case might be. And I'll do my normal filtering, make sure everyone has a personal email. I can't download duplicates. It's impossible, like we went over before. So I'll go download 1,000 and let me get my email open.
Is this intent data for data buyers? Is that what that is?
Correct. There was people looking up, Zoom info, looking up Seamless AI.
Wait, what? We got high intent data for high intent data?
Bro, that's what I do.
Why the hell did I not think of that before?
Probably a lot of you got in the email seat if you never opted in. So I just got this list. So now I'm going to go off. They have the buttons backwards. They've been backwards. They've never changed them. But I'll import the contacts in the download button. GoHighLevel now limits you on the upload quantity too. They started doing that because people were uploading massive spreadsheets from us. So let's load. And then I only map the email. I don't map anything else. I'll map the email on the phone. I don't map the name because, if the name is wrong, not that it's wrong because it's totally wrong, but if you're reaching the 18-year-old daughter instead of, the father, that happens sometimes. And I personally, or the wife versus the husband, that's a better example. Then I use the skip trace wireless phones for all the phone numbers. And I keep track of everything with the same tag called data buyer and make it a smart list. And that'll start importing. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take because GoHighLevel's slow with this. But let's just imagine it happens fast. Oh, this is faster than normal. All right, so while that's doing that, sometimes I did actually stop doing it, but I'm going to start doing it again, which was I use GoHighLevel's email validator sometimes. It gets expensive. And when you're doing it this many, it's cheap, but when you're doing it this many times for, same thing. So,
yeah, does GoHighLevel's validator validate the domain name or the username as well? Because you see so many verifiers out there that all they're doing is checking the index that the domain exists. They don't check the username, like if everybody's on Gmail.
I mean, even the thing is, though, it removes the really toxic, even though it's not removing everything, it does remove the most toxic ones, I would say.
I mean, because a real bad situation is if you sell someone a pile of data and they go and they slam it into their bulk emailing system and all of a sudden they get, 20, 30, 40, 50% bounces and it ruins their reputation and it ruins their system. They're pissed off.
Well, a lot of the times I would say it's on the user too, because the email, the address.
A lot of these people don't know how to do it. And there's so many different, scenarios on how to do it and most cost-effective way to do it. You try to find ways of doing it without putting more burden or cost onto your customer. At least I do.
No, I agree with that. And
so many people are so dumb. Some people just don't know. They don't know what they don't know, and they'll wreck themselves. And so you got to really be aware of that. Get wrecked.
No, that's why I started doing the email myself, just because it was like, I wanted to figure this out. And really the formula I figured out is obviously if the emails are good, what these people Googled, right? So act like a newspaper, act like a magazine. Who cares? Write about the content they're Googling. And after you write about the content that they're Googling, add in these little links to book an appointment. So people are Googling data as a service. So the first email I get is data as a service, book an appointment, right? And I just, the first email's, more of a sale. But as time goes on, the emails turn into education. And I just want to take a look at the email I just sent out Sunday today.
So I think what we need to do, Brian, is we need to kick off next week with setting up, warming up, and, working your email. As one of our topics, because I think if one person finds this useful, 10 people do. I know I do. Every time you go into it, I learn something new, and I do this shit with you every day. So,
I think that's a great idea. Let me just interrupt.